Arizona Bowl, Miami, Ohio Redhawks, the MAC runners-up. They lost blowout fashion in the MAC championship game to Ohio. They're taking on Colorado State. We got Miami 3-point favorites, 42.5 the total in this game. This is where you're going to have to do some digging. This game is going to be Saturday, December 28th on the CW network. That means it's probably going to be Tom Brenneman, the exiled Tom Brenneman, doing the play-by-play because he's been doing a lot of their games for the CW this year in college football. Miami does have a few players in the portal. We'll keep an eye on that. Colorado State, meanwhile, we know obviously they've missed Horton for a while. Obviously, he's been out for a long period of time. Most of their potential absences are injury related. There's nothing. There's a couple defensive ends, but not all starters that are going to be out of the lineup. So it's not a huge. There's nothing earth-shattering and massive as far as a deluge of players exiting either of these teams. The question is, does Miami want to bounce back from the MAC championship debacle? Sometimes betting on teams after losing their conference championship game, betting on them in the bowl game, especially if they're going to have everybody suiting up, could be a good bet. Maybe people see that taking Miami. We know they're a very good defense. They're probably still a better defense than Colorado State, even though they didn't look like it against Ohio. That was a terrible game for their defense that day. But Brett Gabbert looks like he's going to play. That's the good news. It looks like a lot of their skill position talent is in for this game. This one's an interesting one, but Colorado State was a point spread darling down the stretch. Let's not forget about how they played better after a rough start to the year. They finished the year very well, winning 6 of their last 7 games. The only loss was a 6-point loss on the road against Fresno State. That was their only non-cover as well. Finished the season 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. So very impressive run. They beat Utah State in their finale, 42-37. Offensively, even without Horton, they showed they were very capable. Braden Fowler, Nicolosi, Avery Morrow was great running the ball. They had guys like Jordan Ross, Dane Olson stepping up at receiver for this Colorado State team, which is good to see. They don't look like they got too many absences. I think it could be a bet-on type of spot here for Miami, but I also feel it could be a bet-on type of spot for Colorado State. So it has me really conflicted when it comes to this game. As of now, it's a pass. CMAC, Arizona Bowl. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this game's close. Like, I want the 3 a little bit here with
it's one of those games
Colorado
where
State.
Miami at a decent money line price. I'd probably lean that way. Anything 3 or certainly above 3, I kind of lean Rams and CSU.
Yeah, I think this might have gone too far. And how motivated is Miami, Ohio? Like, I think they're the better defense, but maybe not by much playing in the MAC. Maybe a little bit. Colorado State, at least down in conference play, I thought the defense was all right. Both these teams should be able to run the ball. They have a ton of success. Miami, Ohio doesn't do it as well as some of those MAC teams that just want to run it. Only 99th, 130 yards, and Colorado State gives up 155. So can there be any advantage there? But Colorado State ran it well all year, averaged 175. And Miami, Ohio gave up 136. So I think this game's just tight. I think it should be more of a pick 'em. And you talked about the few people that are in and out. I'm just going to look to see kind of who is in and out. Their quarterback or 2 and a wide out, it looks like, but not a ton of Bavano. So I'm leaning here the dog, the Rams, Colorado State.
All right, there you go.
Arizona.
Yep, there you go. And definitely from a location standpoint, they're definitely closer to Fort Collins, Colorado, than it is the state of Ohio. So we'll see what that influences as far as the crowd goes. But like I said, definitely closer venue-wise for Colorado State for that bowl game. All right.